It's astonishing. Not a human habitation in sight anywhere. I've been living out here for some months to write and to absorb an atmosphere that is different from the city, to try and find out what is the essential difference between the world of nature and the world of man.
Every step brings me closer to destiny, coming together before I'm dismayed. Catching my breath, let me rest in peace. Back to the cycle, we brace through the day. Fade into night, take me back to still trying to fly for I fall in the fight. All of my sight is one entity made out of energy, flows through me by all this light in the mind. Every step brings me closer to destiny, coming together before I'm dismayed. Catching my breath, let me rest in peace. Back to the cycle, we brace through the day. Fade into night, take me back to still trying to fly for I fall in the fight. All of my sight is one entity made out of energy, flows through me by all this light in the mind.
Because there's an obvious difference, like the difference of artistic style. No one, for example, would confuse painting by Leonardo with a painting by Picasso, or music by Bach with music by Shostakovich. And in the same way, there seems to be a complete difference of style.
Every step brings me closer to destiny, coming together before I'm dismayed. Catching my breath, let me rest in peace. Back to the cycle, we race through the day. Fade into night, take me back to still trying to fly for I fall in the fight. All in my sight is one entity made out of energy, flows through me by all this light in the mind. Every step brings me closer to destiny, coming together before I'm dismayed. Catching my breath, let me rest in peace. Back to the cycle, we race through the day. Fade into night, take me back to still trying to fly for I fall in the fight. All in my sight is one entity made out of energy, flows through me by all this light in the mind.
Between the things that human beings do and the things that nature does, even though human beings are themselves part of nature. On the one hand, nature is wiggly. Everything wiggles. The outlines of the hills, the shapes of the trees, the way the wind brushes the grass, the clouds, the tracks of streams. It all wiggles. And for some reason or other, we find wiggly things very difficult to keep track of. And you know, we say to people, keep still so that I can see you. Keep still for the camera. And we say, let's get it all squared away. And then somehow we think we understand things when we have translated them.
Peace for the moment, I'm grateful to breathe. What could I do but behold and perceive? Show on the screen all the shifting of scenes. A symphony, you notice I flow with the waves. Found some faith in the sea. Beast in the process unfolding before me. Waiting, you'll see life is always complete. Take it slow and release. All we hold keeps us bound when the soul will be free. Watch me growing with these. Speaking up cause I'm chosen. I know it's so deep, diving down in the ocean. Unceasingly streaming, a fountain go flowing. You're born with the flame burning eternity. Sending up sparks, beings like you and me. This divine comedy, finding strength in the dark. From myself in the faces I meet. I'm the snake with its own tail to eat.
Into terms of straight lines and squares. Maybe that's why they call rather rigid people squares. But it doesn't fit nature. You know, wherever human beings have been around and done their thing, you find rectangles. We live in boxes.
Grateful to be now, living my life like a scene. Making my way out, know I'm a wave of the sea. Forever we all travel until we wake from the dream. Coming back to the one. Everything is not bleak as it seems. Energy entity, winding on wandering, waking up soon from sleep.
Our streets, especially across states like Kansas and Nebraska, are laid out in a grid pattern because it seems that the human being really has a very simple kind of mind, and all this wiggliness is too complicated. I don't think it really is complicated, because after all, it's very simple to move, say, to raise something or to open and close your hand. It's perfectly easy, because we don't have to think about it. Things become complicated only when we think about it. And that's because we're trying to translate them into a form of life which is very much simpler and cruder than the forms of life we're talking about.
I see the centuries waxing brain. I know the mystery of pain, the secrets of the living fire, the key of life. I live, I reign, for I am master of desire. Silent passing by the folk, hard in it, smash slaves to his yoke. Silent, unknown, working will, redemption, Godhead's master stroke. The breaking of the wands of ill, no man has seen browse eternity's exalted house. No man has noted in my brain the knowledge of my mystic spouse. Watch the centuries wax and wane, holding kingdom filled with gold. Power swift and uncontrolled, slip amid the maze of lies, tread among the cool and dope. Plot their stealthy destinies, patient in the breathless strife, silent under scorching knife, tranquil in the swell of things. I bring them from the web of life. Love from stellar water springs, from the fountainhead of God. I draw water within from it, luminous with light and power. Silage eons period, await the moment, then the hour of proof and throne. I'm left, I stand with love and worship in my hand.
Human beings are just as wiggly as nature, and our brains are an incredible mess of wiggles, and that's the part of ourselves that we understand least of all.
And wait, the summons fire, the brand. I speak the word and there is fate. I know no happiness, no pain, no swift emotion, no disdain, no pity, but the boundless light, eternal love and slain flows through me, redeeming night. Mine's a size slow life, though I would not give a decent die a moment for my task complete. To father now with treachery, I should not dare to greet this. I did when I would dare not hope the mighty gate of life may open, call me upwards to unite, even my soul within the scope of that, not to rumble by steady purpose, strong with truth. In my eternal youth, watch the centuries wax and wane, untouched by time's converting to silent immortal, unprofane. My empire stays and change with time and cycles, rhythmic as of irony, as waves that rise and fall. The young parts that crash and climb, I only comprehend the yellow city's gone to sit. I bear redemption from the threads of pain. I breathe until the veil they drown. I burn the chaff, I glean the grain in silence. I await the dawn.
Because sometimes when I'm in the middle of all this, I feel as if I were in the middle of an amazing brain. In other words, the brain is a network of interconnected neurons. And each one of those neurons is a fairly simple affair because it either fires or it doesn't fire. It gives you the message on or off, yes or no. But what we call things, the plants, birds, trees, are far more complicated than a neuron. And there are billions of them. And they are all living together in a network. Just as there is an interdependence of flowers and bees. Where there are no flowers, there are no bees, and where there are no bees, there are no flowers. They're really one organism. And so in the same way, everything in nature depends on everything else. So it's interconnected. And so the many, many patterns of interconnections lock it all together into a unity, which is, however, much too complicated for us to think about, except in very, very simple, crude ways. But I am part of all this. I am, as it were, one of the cells in this tremendous brain, which I can't understand, because the part cannot comprehend the whole. And yet at the same time, I don't feel, like so many people seem to feel, that I'm a foreigner or a stranger in this world. Its aesthetic forms somehow appeal to me more than most of the aesthetic forms which men have produced.